Hello and welcome to Tech Tuesday. Today's topic is signatures in Microsoft Outlook. My name is Danielle Ackle and I'm an instructor over in the Neely School of Business. I also have with me Carlene Coover, our technical training from IT. Today we're going to be covering signatures in Microsoft Outlook. So let's go ahead and get started. When you go into Microsoft Outlook, most people already understand how to set up a signature in an email. If I open a new email, you'll see that my name and title and contact information is already populated. I don't have to type it every time. These are very simple to set up and even easier to use to create efficiencies. In this case, let's set up a new signature. There are several ways to go about creating a signature, and you can go to File and Options and go about that way. I find the easiest thing to do is simply open a new email. From here, I can either right-click in the signature section, or there's also a button up here at the top that allows me to select a signature or go create more. We're going to go to the dialog box called Signatures. In this dialog box, I can delete existing signatures, create new, save changes if I make any, or even rename a signature. You'll see that I have several signatures set up. My standard signature, which is what you see behind here, that's already been set up. It includes my name, my title, my physical address, and then also my TCU box number for those people on campus, as well as my phone number and my email address. I always make sure that a phone number and email address are in any signature. Phone number for sure, because now that we are using smartphones, if someone reads an email from me and has a question or wants to call me, rather than looking up on my contact information, the smartphone creates a hyperlink that if they click on my phone number, it will actually dial me. That becomes increasingly handy. So I suggest that everyone put your phone number in your signature. In addition, we include our email addresses here because if it gets forwarded to someone else, they may want to contact us directly. It's handy to have that information right there in our signature. Now I've created this signature and you'll see that my email is a hyperlink. So if someone were to click on it, it would open a new email and send it to me. That is a standard feature within the Microsoft products that if it recognized an email address or a web address, it would automatically create a hyperlink. But I can also create a hyperlink myself. For instance, if I wanted to create a hyperlink with the Neely School of Business, I would highlight it, and then there's a button up here that allows me to make it a hyperlink. And I could create or type in the address of TCU, or I could type in the Neely Schools web address here, and that would create a hyperlink. So now when someone clicks on it, it'll go to TCU's homepage. I also created a picture at the bottom. To insert a picture, you would simply click on the icon that shows a photo with a computer in front of it, and you can insert any photo that you have stored on your computer. Now you'll notice that because I went from the button within inside a new email to get to the signature dialog box, my new email is open behind me. This is extremely handy because it allows me to see what font I am using and what size font I'm using in my new emails. That way my signature here can copy that same exact font and font size. So once I have made my changes, I can click the Save button. And now any new email I open will have this signature attached. The reason this signature is attached is because up here in the right-hand corner, it asks me to tell Microsoft Outlook what signature I'd like when I create a new message and what signature I'd like if I reply to a message. So you'll see I also have one created for replies. This is my name and again, phone number and email address. So just that basic information anytime I reply or forward an email address. Now, a couple of things you want to remember. Here at TCU, we do not include disclaimers at the bottom of our email. Per our IT department, they've asked that we do not include any of the legal language that some companies add to the bottom. You know, the kind of things, if you receive this in error, please be sure to delete it or notify the sender. We're not required to add that, so no need for that legal language or disclaimer. You also may want to verify that you've spelled everything correctly in your signature. They don't have spell check in this part. So if you have a lengthy response or you want to make your signature a little longer, it may be better to type it up in Microsoft Word and then copy and paste it into this dialog box for your signature. That way you can verify you've used proper grammar or you've spell checked it thoroughly. There are some things that are neat about Microsoft Outlook signatures, and that is we can change them. So I've opened this new email. If I would like a different signature, I just have to right-click and select one, and it'll change automatically. And of course, I can change it back. Remember how I changed my standard signature? It made the update for me here, and now this is a hyperlink. But let's go something totally different. Before the semester begins, I often get emails from students asking me for a permission number to get into a section that's already been closed. So anytime I get an email, just like this one from Carlene that says she needs a permission number, I have a standard response that I give the students. It's got all the information about the website where they go to approve it and the process that's entailed. I don't like typing it every time. It gets rather annoying. At one point, I had typed it up in Microsoft Word so I could just copy and paste it into an email. But that too can get cumbersome, especially if I'm in the middle of doing something. So instead, what I can do, I open this email from Carlene asking for the permission number. I'm going to reply to her. Now you notice it automatically populates with the signature I designated as my reply signature. What I can do though is create a new signature. In this case, I have a signature called permission number. And my response to Carlene is my standard response, and all the information's already there. All I had to do is change my signature. So if there's a response you give on a continual basis, or maybe it's a brand new email you send out, but it's the same information, rather than keeping to copy and paste between applications, you just create a signature. And the great thing about this is I can personalize it. So in this case, I'll address her specifically, and then I can go in and make changes to this specific signature, such as this. Maybe I made a misspelling, or maybe we have a new department chair. It's no longer Hetty Richardson, it's John Smith. I can make that change. Or maybe in Carlene's email, she asked me something specific, so I can come in here and add text. I can tell her different things, answer her questions, but I still have the template that I can use right here at my fingertips without copying and pasting from something else. So you can imagine that could be really handy for some folks if you're using standard responses or you have to send the exact same email out on several occasions. Just set it up as signature, select it, and you're good to go. I hope that you have enjoyed today's session on signatures in Outlook. Our next session will be hosted by Carlene Coover, and we'll be covering basic formulas in Excel. I hope to see you then. Thank you.